You see, this LI, okay, again, you were already playing a defense before even attack. It went through your house, didn't it? Okay? And then you were saying that after 21 days, because you can make commentary on it, we want to see the comments that you made, that some of you made. Is in the Hansard? We don't know. How is it that it went through? 2022. Okay? Now, you are making it an issue as if...
Why do you decide to focus? I'm not saying that Parliament doesn't have a responsibility.
Yes.
But why do you decide to focus on Parliament as against the executive that conceived the idea, that developed it, that decided that this was this was worth becoming law, and therefore we go and lay it in Parliament?
Yes, because
I've just been told, let me just add, I've just been told that prior to the passage of this LI 2460, and you will know because you teach in that area, prior to the passage of LI 2462, there was a national policy that only 2% of the entire production forest reserve would be explored or mined. No small-scale mining was to be done in the forest. You required a strictly conducted forest entry permit to be given by the Forestry Commission before your application will be processed by the Minerals Commission. It was a tough permit to obtain. The LI 2462 is unconscionable and has no place in Ghana.
Who's sent the message?
This is from Dr. Tony Obin.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, I cannot talk about it without talking about parliamentary rules.
No, I'm not saying you cannot.
Yeah,
but I'm just,
I'm not focusing on that. I am, because he's made a lot of political, attempting to politically gain some mileage because he's saying that someone brought it and whatnot. Now, any of such allies that are brought is brought, for this one, it was sponsored by the Ministry of Sanitation, right? It has to make sense before they pass it. If there are abuses...
No, but allies, just hold on. Yeah. Allies, once they are laid...
Yeah, 21 days.
Because, no, but it doesn't mean that they don't talk about it.
No, listen to what I said.
The issue is... Wait,
you can't
no, you have already said 30 minutes. I kept quiet. You see, if you wanted me to oppose it, you can garner the 2/3.
Huh? How you garner the 2/3?
Why not garner the 2/3? Are you telling me?
Even
are you telling the people of Ghana that?
Excuse me.
All the matters that have come to us, that all of you have agreed on, it was that difficult.
So listen.
There are matters that come to Parliament. All of you agree on that.
100 of you said
whilst I kept quiet for you.
How are you going to get this done?
I expect you to also.
But you tell me
quiet and talk.
I invited you. I invited you to
cameras
talk
are here. It was me that you were talking to. Some of the I intend to
make sure you can breathe. Talk to me too.
To make sure you can breathe. I intentionally looked at so that you know that you're not talking to kids, you're talking to the people of Ghana. So say it now. You see, he is saying that not all of these things were in what was given them. Right now, the fact that the government has even gone further than what was given them, I think is a plus.
No, they said that you engaged us.
Yes.
The commitments that you reach with us, we want you to put it on paper so we can go and engage their members.
Yes.
And they are saying that
I don't think that's what you said. I think he said the president said you can't take a decision here, go and discuss it.
Yeah, and he said they requested for those things to be put on paper.
Can we get a copy of that?
No, we can. But I'm just saying.
I think that then we can.
No, you are referring to what he was saying, and he says that there are things here. The point is that the Ministry of Information is communicating to the good people of Ghana and telling the good people of Ghana that these were the things that they agreed on with the people. And the TUC is saying that some of the things that you've put here were not in the paper that you gave us. Yeah. That's just
so we want to see what's in the paper that was given. Now, I'm saying that if what is here goes beyond that, it is a plus. It is a plus that there are attempts at, the government will take steps to revoke this. You want timelines. Fair to say you want timelines. You want Parliament to be recalled. And Randy, whenever I come here, when there's a concession, which makes sense, you know I always do that. That one is a fact. I always do that. So it is proper for that. I am sure at the time laying that airline, there would have been good reasons. If it's resulting to abuse, in fact, when Abu Jinapo was talking on, I think he was talking to some CSOs and some people, he said that the permit, because even he has a when he goes to the forest reserve, he needs a permit. So the permit should be enforced. Okay. Now, we have reached a point where people will not even be listening to these nuances and final details. So, okay, government, revoke this. It's on its way for revocation. I think it's a plus. Now,
what is on its way?
Oh, government will take steps to revoke.
Kingsley.
Yes.
Kingsley.
Yes.
Labour. The first time they asked government to do these things was in August. And they gave government 1 month. It was August.
So now you want us to operate a system where I will give deadlines, you must comply or else. That's not how it's done. It is through concessions and negotiations.
No.
So you cannot, yes, but nobody is
human
disputing
life.
that. If you make serious categorical statements
no,
that all the water we are
Kingsley,
drinking are not safe,
Kingsley,
it's not a fact. It's not a truth.
Kingsley, the question I'm
You see?
asking you, why I'm asking you that is,
Yes.
if a government is committed to withdrawing an ally, 6 weeks is too little a time for government to still be considering or working towards. If government wants to instruct the security agencies to go read the forest reserves and the water bodies of people who are engaged in an illegal activity,
Yes.
6 weeks is too little a time for those instructions to be given.
Is he Randy?
Maybe just for your information.
Again,
Oh, no, I'm giving you information.
Wait, Mr. Koros, wait. All that is for wait. You see.
So,
You see?
Mr. Koros,
You see, that's how you waiting for. And he says, like, and then wait. You have said your piece. So I'm going to you speak again. You speak.
Kingsley.
I'm not the moderator. You see,
Right.
when you remember when I was here, was it 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago? I said that I want to see at least the water bodies.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same point here under D. Water bodies, for example, remain red zones. Okay? And all forms of mining in the water body. You see, when you are saying ban galamsey, ban galamsey, the position of the law is that you cannot ban what is illegal. To enforce. So, for me, the take home is that between now and the 10th, if civil society wants to see things that will get them to change their mind, and I am very hopeful when it says productive, fruitful, it means that there's mileage in that. And I'm very hopeful that they will rescind that decision based on steps to be taken. So between now and then, we want to see these steps being taken.
between now and close of day tomorrow.
Yes, and I'm hopeful at least
for
if
10
we
days,
get at least oh please.
So what couldn't be done in 6 weeks can be done in 36 hours.
There's not what could be done. So even if you see the way you are putting it, it means that even if it's done, you Randy will not be happy.
Oh, how?
Yeah, because the end of the end matter, the end game is that the steps are taken.
Didn't you hear me ask organized labor
And
3 times?
And I came to
What
say,
it would take?
Exactly.
Yes.
Because you see, and then the fact that Ghana Medical Association.
Because when there's industrial action, it affects all of us.
Exactly. Especially Ghana, and I'm glad Ghana Medical Association is having is thinking about.
You are glad.
I'm glad.
You are not sad that you expect government to take a decision in 36 hours, something that they had 6 weeks to do.
Because if the doctors go on strike, that's doom. That is so bad.
No, but
equal to any other person.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
I beg you.
And I bet you, after you've asked this question,
yes,
there's someone sitting in Ghana. This is what Randy Grilski, that is what you'll be reporting. So
as for those ones, sometimes you must live with them.
At times, initially, but now people together say, oh, this is
you must live with them. Yeah.
Yes.
It could be. Sometimes it takes things out of context.
Exactly.
You spoke for probably 5-6 hours. It takes just a minute of it, and it distorts the. I can understand. My question is, if I look at the demands of organized labor, I don't see anything about those demands that will even take 5 days to resolve. I don't see any of them. Any of them, I don't see. That it will take 5 days. 5 days. If anybody is committed to resolving them. I don't see any of their demands. That should take 5 days. So if after 6 weeks, we now have a 36-hour window to an industrial action, and we believe that 36-hour hours is still enough time for government to do something. My question is, what about the 6 weeks past? What is it about their demands that is so difficult to achieve? You think that if, for example, if the president had told them that, look, Parliament will reconvene, let's say, 15th of October. So, I've tasked the Attorney General to prepare the draft or whatever you call it for the withdrawal of the LI. And so it will be laid in Parliament on the 15th. However, I am immediately issuing this directive to Minerals Commission, to this and that, to discontinue or suspend the issuing of any licenses. You think that Labour will say it is not enough? And you heard Labour. Now,
you're making my point.
Chief, I'm coming over. A decision like that, will it require more than 1 hour for the president to take? 2, a statement asking the military high command, because it's government officials who have told us that they have stopped Operation Vanguard, and it's government officials who told us that they have stopped all that. Now, you think a statement to the effect that, look, I have directed ABCD to immediately commence this exercise to the water bodies and all that. How many hours does it take for the president to take a decision like that?
Funny.
The issue of the court.
Until this came out, did we know that the LI 2462 had been a subject of discussion? And
Yes,
and that the government is saying that it's taking steps.
It's taking what steps?
Yes.
Which
to
steps?
revoke it.
Which steps?
Which steps do you need to revoke it? If they are saying.
But you had TUC.
Precisely. So if they are saying that they want to see an action in that regard, what to say that action will not happen? Because the government has said it is committed.
But it's government that issued this. They should tell us what action.
But the government. So wait for it. It's not that.
So we should wait.
Can you help us with
not
the steps?
But even TUC itself that sat in the meeting does not know steps. And you say me I should wait.
So government will continue to engage them. The engaging the TUC is not over, is it?
Engagement.
Yeah.
To do what?
But you are saying revoking and taking steps, and you said that you want a timeline.
Does it sound like Labour is interested in another meeting?
Whether it is interested in another meeting, the gentleman you spoke to said that they are expecting these things to happen.
Yes.
Government said it is still engaging them. It is not the fact of the meeting.
You wear Nike, right? You wear Nike. It's one of the brands you patronize.
Why?
No, you like Nike, don't you?
For the purpose of what you're about to say, I don't.
Oh, it's not harmful. I'm just going to remind you of your
Let's
target.
do it.
Just
exactly.
do it. Yeah.
So we'll do it.
Yeah,
all right. So we'll do it.
Just do it.
But the issue of,
Yes.
I think it's very important for the parties to come and sign this. The more NDC
let the government do its work.
Yes, but the more NDC distances
it's not. Let the government do its work. It doesn't.
NDC, see, because what happens is that NDC comes out to say certain things, then they go to the communities and say something different, and it's not good.